Okay. Let's see. I should be live now. Woo-hoo. All right. Shall I pop out my chat? Let me try popping out my chat. All right. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Stacey Storino. Normally, I'm with Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, but today I'm here on my own YouTube channel. We're over 1,400 strong in terms of subscribers here. So if you're not a subscriber yet and you want to learn more about content marketing that can help you drive more traffic to your business so that you can do more business, might I suggest you can subscribe here. It's free to do so. You can always change your mind later. And I'd be happy to have you along. We do weekly, as of right now, we do weekly live streams at around 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Wednesdays. And as of right now, Monday and Tuesday, I have pre-recorded YouTube videos, and Thursday and Friday, I have more pre-recorded YouTube videos. They will always have something to do with content marketing. They could have lots to do with cool platforms like Instagram and TikTok, because right now, if you want to drive a lot of traffic to your business, to do more business through the marketing and sales funnel that exists on any platform, you're getting more awareness that your brand even exists, what it does, who it does things for, and how it will benefit them, what it means to them to take you up on any of your offers. So there's awareness. There is interest. Do they get interested enough that they follow or subscribe? Do they subscribe to your email list? Do they decide sooner or later that they want to take the next step? So if they're not on your email list yet, are they on your email list? And then, of course, they want to take action. So AIDA, right? So you want more awareness for your business. You want to get people interested in your offerings, your products and or services. You want them to decide to follow you if they haven't, get on the email list if they haven't, right? Turn in that coupon if they've got one, right? And then you want them to take action, which is to buy from you. Hey, Miss Nicola, what's going on? Hi, Nicola Cousins, what's going on? Hi, Bridget and Darren from Personal Space Creations. What's going on? Did you guys have an anniversary recently? I think that you did. So thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Thank you for watching on the live. Thank you for watching on the replay. Yes, unless there's tech issues, I will definitely post the replay successfully. So if you're watching this on the replay, whether you're one of my regular students or not, feel free to post any questions that you have down below. There's no such thing as a stupid question. Trust me, as long as it has to do with content marketing, organic content marketing via social media, I am more than happy to help you. Even email marketing type questions, be happy to do that too. Okay, so Social Talk Shortcut, which is my TikTok marketing and sales course. Some of my students have it already. I'm going to be putting out a remastered version of it. You do not have to buy it again. That's one of the cool things. I never punish anybody for fast actions. If you already have Social Talk Shortcut, and I know a certain number of my students do, the remastered version will be released over the next week. But if you don't have the original version or my Social Talk Shortcut TikTok marketing and sales course, that is going to be officially released to everybody tomorrow. But for those of my students who have some of my other offerings, but not Social Talk Shortcut yet, I will be posting in the various Facebook student only groups that I have, giving you guys like early access to it. It will be $397. Yes, it will include the remastered version that will be added in over the course of the next week. The course itself is full. It's done, but I want like nice remastered versions of the lessons. The only information that's in that course from before that needs any updating is really just the fact that we went from on TikTok from 15, 30-second videos up to about a minute videos. They went to 3-minute videos, and that should be largely rolled out across the world. If you don't have the ability, if you have the TikTok app and you're like, I don't think I can go to 3 minutes yet, do make sure that your app is updated. If you make sure that your app is updated, odds are you will get a message in your inbox there that says, hello, you can now do to 3 minutes. One of the announcements in terms of Instagram and TikTok updates that I'm going to make, I may as well make that now. TikTok is now rolling out, you may not have access to this yet, but you will soon. They are rolling out the capability to do videos up to 5 minutes long, which is like, wow, that for them is like way long, because I think it rolled out largely in the United States back in August of last year. TikTok had the ability to Instagram Reels launched in and around the summer of 2020 for a lot of the US. But TikTok had not gone to 3 minutes until long after that. So I think they are constantly trying to one-up Instagram and vice versa. Hey, Mike, what's going on? Good morning. Hey, Silver Fox. She said, good morning. Good morning. I had fun watching Joe's live on TikTok yesterday. The employees are so cute. Thank you. Yes, we're going to talk about TikTok marketing and how, honestly, whether you're a product-based business, a service-based business, you do both. Like, being on TikTok really does make sense. And if you are just kind of starting to put your toe in the water, it's a good time to do it. If you've been afraid or you're like, I don't get it, these videos seem stupid, let me justify why you want to be on TikTok in just a minute. But first, I want to say hi, Silver Fox. I like to always greet people if I can. And hi, Mike. If you guys have any questions, especially today, I want to focus on not just TikTok, but Instagram Reels too. So TikTok is going up to 5 minutes. So I know that some people are like, hey, I think that 15, 30 seconds or up to a minute is a little bit too short for me. If you have TikTok, you likely have the ability to be at 3 minutes. Again, make sure your app is updated. If you don't have it yet, it should be coming to you anytime now, because now they're pushing out to 5 minutes. So Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill needs to check whether or not we have the capability. I really don't want to do it while I'm live, but I will say that Joe's is now at 770,300 fans or followers on TikTok. Now, that's kind of cool in one sense, because it's great for social proof. And so I know quite a few people watching this live or on the replay will go, oh, and if you haven't given me a thumbs up yet, please do. That really does help, not only while this video is live, because, the algorithm will push it out to more of my subscribers, people who've already subscribed. If you haven't subscribed yet, you may as well. If you want to learn more about Instagram and TikTok content marketing, that's what I'm really focusing on right now on my channel. But also on the replay, the more thumbs up, the more comments, the more engagements, the more questions, even a simple hashtag live or hashtag replay will get this pushed out to more of my followers after this is in replay mode. And it might even get it suggested out to more aspiring content marketers on YouTube. YouTube's really good at matchmaking, and it has several different ways to do it. I don't want to go down that rabbit hole today, but YouTube's a great place to be too. Shared the link on my personal Facebook. Yay, thank you. Yes, you guys are more than welcome to share out this live/replay on, social, because if people are always complaining, I never get any sort of free coaching. This is what I do as a give back, not just to my students, but to my YouTube community as well, overall. So I am happy to kind of, be happy to give away some free coaching and Q&A. I'm more than happy to do it. I have a nice, successful business. I'm very grateful for it. So I'm always happy to give back. Okay, so let's talk about some more news besides TikTok going to 5 minutes. But I'm going to tell you right now, let me close this loop. So Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, just so you know, is like a 765 square foot, one location only, mom and pop shop in the middle of Dutchess County, New York. Okay, we're like, I don't know, an hour and a half plus away from like Westchester County. And Westchester County is about an hour and a half away from Manhattan. You know New York at all. If you don't know, big deal. We're in the middle of like upstate New York. We're not next to some sort of hub like Albany or Buffalo or Syracuse or Manhattan, right? So they're on TikTok. Yes, it's lovely that they have 770,000 plus fans or followers on TikTok. It is nice for social proof. And it's cool to let your email list know that your TikTok's getting big like that. It's cool to say it on Facebook and Instagram. Like, people love it. 52% of everyone that's on TikTok is an adult, okay? 48% is Gen Z. So if you're like, there just doesn't seem to be enough adults on there, there's increasingly more adult creators, and there's increasingly way more adult users than our adult/entrepreneur creators. So this is the best time for you to get on. If you were like, well, I don't know, is TikTok going to be around anymore? Nobody's really chasing after it actively. And the tipping point has been hit. More than half of the users on that platform are adults who obviously have spending cash, right? There are baby boomers on there, but the vast majority of the 52% are people in their prime, still upwardly mobile, still have money to buy your products and or services. And that's Gen Y and Gen X. So, you do need to have a presence on TikTok. And sure, it's a great talking point on other platforms to say, look at how big we're getting, all the influence we have on TikTok. But you can't deposit followers or fans in the bank. And I have to acknowledge that. For anybody watching this live or on the replay who isn't familiar with me, you're going to be like, well, that's good to a point. And I get it. It's a good talking point and it's great. But beyond that, how does that help me pay the bills? It helps you pay the bills when you get more and more people to opt into your email list. So when you create a profile on TikTok, I will say this, and I've said that on several of my videos too, so this is hardly the first time I'm saying this openly on YouTube. So if you're new, please subscribe. I have 2 different playlists for TikTok marketing alone on my channel. So if you just want to do a deep dive or focus on that, you're more than welcome to. But the link that's in your bio on TikTok, I have the same advice for Instagram. It shouldn't be to your website. If you have questions about what I'm about to say, please put them in the chat, either live or on the replay, right? But I don't think it should be to your website at all. I think it's all about lead capture. You want to capture the leads who are interested in you when they discover a piece of content on TikTok or Instagram or really anywhere else. When they go to your bio, yeah, they're going to see that little like bio, or on Facebook, you can have like an about section or whatever. And they should definitely know in 1 or 2 sentences what you do, who you do it for, why you do it, and what they're going to get out of it, right? So like the smaller the space, especially on Instagram and TikTok, you're really just doing kind of like just little fragments that kind of tell them that you're a business owner. This is what you do. This is who you do it for. And this is what they get out of it. Because, when they learn what they get out of it, they understand what it means to at least follow or subscribe, whatever the different platform parlance might be. It's subscribe on YouTube. They know what they're going to get out of it by at least following you and consuming more of your content, both now and later. But once they go to that link, say on TikTok or Instagram in the bio, if they're interested enough to click on a link, you are better off capturing that lead with a 20% off coupon. If you're a products-based business, if you're more service-based business, like a coach or a course creator, it might be a free cheat sheet, a free PDF, a free 5-part video series, whatever kind of model you do, a free masterclass or webinar. Like, you'll know your ideal customer the best depending upon your business model. So you'll know what kind of goodies they'll want to jump in on and grab. So if you send somebody just to your website, they can kind of tootle around and go. If your website's really well optimized for conversions, like there's opt-in spaces there too, I get it. It could be very tempting to say, well, once they're there, they can, but I'd rather grab them up front. 60% of people who get on your email list actively want to be sold to immediately, and they want to keep knowing about other sales or promos or freebies along the way. 75% approximately of all of your sales that you get from month to month should be roughly from your email list. From social and whoever comes across your website, that could be 25%, sometimes more. This is all approximate, not bright lines. But do you not see how important your email list is? Because the people who get on your email list, they've already raised their hands to come that much closer in a relationship with you. They went from awareness about your business because they saw content on Instagram or TikTok, let's say. They got interested enough in you to maybe subscribe or become a fan. Then they make the decision to get onto that email list, get the coupon, freebie, whatever. And then, sooner or later, they take action and they buy. So Nicola says, just curious, Joe's doesn't repurpose TikToks on Instagram Reels. Why is that? Is there a downside to posting on both? That's a really good question. So you can repurpose between TikTok and Instagram for Reels, but, and I say this all the time, you can't just pull down the edited videos. Say you do a TikTok first. You can't just pull it down, maybe use an app or something or a piece of software to get rid of the, the logo or the branding on there. And then upload it to Instagram Reels. First of all, Instagram Reels, Instagram's algorithm knows to pick up where the source file came from. So like, even though on like a 2-dimensional surface level, nobody's seeing the logo or whatever, it's kind of a head fake because the algorithm, the mathematical computational algebraic formula that the AI or the artificial intelligence uses to help run things on that platform. In this case, in this example, Instagram, they're going to pick up that it's a pre-edited TikTok video anyway. So whether you use the software to remove the logo or not. So never do that, because just for that reason alone, in this example, your Instagram Reel is going to get dumbed down reach. It's just, or to use the techie term, the reach is going to be nerfed. So you can do it, but you're kind of wasting your time. Another dangerous reason, and this is why we tend not to do that on for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, because you can use sound effects and or music that is okay to use even as a business or with a pro account on TikTok. But if you just were to download that video and upload it to Instagram Reels, you could get in trouble on Instagram, because Instagram as a company might not have had permission for you to use those sound effects or music that you could use on TikTok. They are separate companies. They work out separate contracts with the owners of the sound effects of the music, right? And sometimes it's not the artists, the albums or whatever are owned by bigger companies and conglomerates. So you can't presume that it's safe to totally do a repurpose like that. So it does take extra steps to be really, really safe. Now, that said, I'm not going to share a link or anything like that, but you can go to Epidemic Sound. You will have to, it is a for pay service. And then I think that there's like an upgrade or some sort of like upcharge to get like a package for music that you can use. It's safe to use on YouTube, safe to use on Instagram, and yes, also safe to use on TikTok. And then there, at least in terms of sound effects or music, you're safer to do all those things. Right now, Joe's doesn't have an Epidemic Sound license itself. So we just kind of keep a separation between church and state. Does that make sense? Let me know down below, Nicola, and anybody else watching live or on the replay. It's important because that's something that can get you in trouble if you're not careful. So that's why we don't tend to repurpose. What I am starting to do is I can do some intelligent repurposing, and I might do it on our B channel for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill. Because here's something else I'll say really quickly while we're talking about TikTok or really any other platform. You should grab up your personal name, and if your business isn't eponymous or self-named, at least you protected your personal account. Even if you're like, for personal reasons, I don't see myself using TikTok or whatever platform. You still want to protect your rights if someone else doesn't claim your name. But then your business name. So for Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, that's our main account, but we also grabbed up Joe's Dairy Bar too, just so that nobody could take it. We threw a bunch of quickie videos up there, but we're really working the main channel. And that's the one where Nicola said we did the live stream from. I'm not boots on the ground there really very much. I work from home an awful lot. So, when the girls feel like they have a moment, it'll probably be a little bit more in the fall, winter, because our supersonic busy season, of course, is spring and summer and parts of fall when the weather's great. It's the weekends and stuff like that. But they're going to start experimenting more with lives. You can unlock the feature to go live when you are on Instagram and Facebook. You can do it immediately. Facebook page, Facebook group, you can do it immediately. Instagram, the same thing. There's no limitation in number of followers or what have you, or members of your group. TikTok requires that you have to be up to your first 1,000 followers or more. You also have to be, I can't remember if it's 16 or 18. I think it's 16 and 1,000 fans or followers on TikTok, and you unlock the feature. They'll send you a message in your inbox letting you know that you've unlocked that feature. You have to be 18 and older in order to be able to get paid through their partner program or their creator fund. We do get paid. It's like hundreds and hundreds of dollars a month for the ad revenue or whatever that we get on TikTok. I'm going to guess at the rate we've kind of been going up, especially with our views. It's not just simply the fans or followers, but with our views, we'll probably be to 4 figures a month around the time approximately that we hit 1 million fans or followers on TikTok. As an entrepreneur, is it really awesome to have that extra stream of income? Of course it is. Hi, Amy Lindblade. What's going on? Let me know if you have any questions, Miss Amy, especially about Instagram and TikTok, because that's what I'm kind of focusing on today. Nicola says, great info, thanks. I've tended to edit videos outside of the app and then upload to Reels, add music, stickers, caption, and hashtags. That's really good. So if you want to repurpose between the two platforms, Nicola's right. You want to take the video, I know for Joe's, we typically will take the video first and upload it from our camera roll. So they'll upload it to TikTok and then they'll do everything else in app. And that's still really great. And the algorithm will be super happy with you and will do its best to do all sorts of matchmaking on TikTok. Same thing, if they did want to repurpose one or more pieces of the content that they took for TikTok, they could upload it as a separate reel. Right now, we've been so supersonic busy, we've been focusing on TikTok and less on Instagram Reels. I'm going to try to help them once I'm done remastering everything for Social Talk Shortcut. I will help them by taking raw stuff and then remastering it and putting it, or re-editing or whatever, and bringing it up into Instagram Reels. But you can take one video from your camera roll and just bring it into TikTok, use its onboard editor, and you can take that same raw video from your camera roll and put it into Instagram and create a reel out of it. If you want to repurpose, I think that's a great way to do it. And I highly recommend that you do that. So this way, when you're using sound effects and or music, as you're editing each of the same raw video, but in the separate apps, you're safe, right? You're safe. Please make sure that you have a business or pro account, right? You want to go pro on TikTok and you want to have a business account on Instagram. It will unlock more analytics for you on both platforms anyway. You will have very limited otherwise. I know that there's a trade-off for both platforms. This works pretty much the same way. Yes, you'll gain a ton in terms of insights or analytics. You will lose some sound effects and some music. I know that might make it, depending upon how you feel about it, you might be like, it's less, but I'm fine. And you might be like, oh, I wish I had everything back from personal. But for TikTok, you can't even qualify to get paid if you, qualify for it. And I don't know if you can live stream. I have to double check that on TikTok. Certain things have changed with certain platforms, and I don't want to misspeak. But if you forget everything else, you want the analytics. Why? Because then you can tell, looking at a week slice before, like all the content you put out for the last week, you can see if you're even. And this is pretty much the same on TikTok as it is on Instagram. You can see if you're reaching the right audience. You can see when your audience is most active on the app. So you're like, if I can only put up one Instagram reel and one TikTok a day, When would I put it up? It might not even be the same for both apps. And even if it were, you don't even know. You could be putting up stuff that could have much better views if you basically roughly hit that sweet spot where your particular fans or followers tend to be more active on the app. Some people are like, I think Bridget had said in one of the groups, somebody was like, I've been working on Instagram Reels and I only got 100 new or 100 views or something. And all these people that are saying you could get thousands and all this stuff, they're just full of it. No, we're not. You're not paying attention to the analytics. You don't know if you're reaching the right ideal customer for your business. You're not trying to blow up necessarily huge, just like Joe's did. Like that's good to a point, like I said earlier, but are these your ideal customers? Are you, in our case, we do have a lot of foot traffic that cites to TikTok. Who's seen it? Their kids, their grandkids. And now we just got to go to Joe's. We've not tried it yet, or oh gosh, it's been too long since we've been to Joe's. With Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, we have such a big global audience. They're asking for merch because they know that they can't get our food if they're over in India, but they might be able to buy a shirt or a hat and get it shipped to them. And we've had so many requests, seriously. So that's another stream of income on top of everyone driven to our brick and mortar. A lot of my students aren't brick and mortar. You can sell to everyone all over the world, but now we can get merch. So that's 3 different streams of income that we get because we're all entrepreneurs watching this more than likely. If you're not making money, what's the point? You can't deposit followers or fans in the bank. I am very bullish on you getting people on your email list. And that's the link. Your email opt-in link goes in the website box, not your website link. I know it seems counterintuitive, but if someone doesn't want to get on your email list to say get a coupon if you're a products-based business, or they don't want your checklist or your masterclass if you're a coach, they weren't buying from you anyway. And trust me, bye, honey. I love you. Have a good day. Trust me, people nowadays know how to open up another tab in their browser and look you up to get to your website. So but if you capture the leads on your email list and you're email marketing weekly or more, you'll get more conversions more often. If you're not making enough money from your email list, as a super quick aside, it's because you're not making enough offers. You're not. Okay. So really quickly, I see more people have joined us. If you guys can give me a thumbs up, it's kind of like you're putting a tip in the jar for me. And you're also going to help the algorithm stay warmed up, continue to ping people while we're live. And then after the replay, it will show more of the replay to more people who are already subscribed to me and people who should be subscribed to me but aren't yet. Personal Space Creation said, oh, Nicola said first, cool, good to know. Just wanted to be sure I wasn't hurting my Instagram reach. No, if you're doing it like that, you're not. But now you know all the additional reasons why you should continue to do it that way. Bridget from Personal Space Creation says, my friend told me that. I told her she only got 100 followers because she didn't use keywords and hashtags. So it's the 5 rings of content marketing always, whether it's Instagram or TikTok or not. The way I teach it is, it's all about planning out your content, sales-based, relationship marketing-based, or both. It's about, of course, creating your content and batch creation. The busier you are, the better that'll help you get more content prepared in batches that you can time lapse out over the course of a month. Then, of course, it's optimizing that content to be found by your ideal customer on the platform. Is it keywords? Is it hashtags? Is it both? Depends upon the platform, right? And then it's content publication. You have to persistently and consistently do it. I think some things should be done, live besides live streams, duh. Some things should be done serendipitously and fresh, and other things should be done through an auto poster system, right? But then the 5th ring of content marketing is content marketing like syndication or multiplication. When you go live, can you broadcast over multiple channels? That's being syndicated. If you go live and you download the replay, like you keep the replay posted on the platform because that's still content on that platform, but you download the replay, let's say, and you edit it and you turn it into a YouTube video, or you take the MP4 of it and you put it up on your Facebook page, your Facebook group, or both. Take a smaller snippet of it. You just made an Instagram reel or a TikTok. These are examples of content multiplication. So yes, because on Instagram, both keywords and hashtags are important. Instagram used to be like, yeah, your captions, it's good to have stuff written there, but really if you want to be found and indexed properly in search, you really needed hashtags. But the thing of it is that now you still need those hashtags, and you need to make sure you're using the right hashtags that will attract your ideal customer to your content, and less likely to attract competitors. Because if you're using industry specific language, that's how you get more competitors subscribing to or following you, whatever the platform parlance is, and less your customers or ideal customers. Whenever anybody says, it seems to me like I'm getting nothing but bots and other businesses following me, and you're not a B2B or business to business business model, I'm telling you, you're using industry speak, and that's not what your average ideal customer is searching on. So hashtags are still very important on Instagram. They're still very important on TikTok and Twitter. Twitter, cesspool. But some of you, your ideal customer is living on Twitter a lot, and so you have to be there too. But keywords are now super important on Instagram. They've been talking about that since the end of last year, the beginning of this year. If you're in my Instagram course, Socialgram Shortcut, I'm telling you, I've talked about the importance of Instagram SEO long before they officially broke it and said, yes, the keywords in your captions will not only help you get found and search more, but they will also help the algorithm do some matchmaking on the Explore tab or page. All right, let's see who else we have there. Autumn and Company, what's up? Good to see you. Twitter, yay, I made it, says Autumn and Company. Yay! Do you have any questions for me? If you guys have any questions like Nicola did, please put it down below. If you haven't yet, please give this video a big thumbs up. This is a live stream. I will post the replay. Still, it will help more people find this while it's live, and more people find it on the replay too. So it's kind of like putting a tip in the tip jar for me. I really appreciate it if you give this video a big thumbs up. And if you want to, this is a free Q&A session. I go for about a half an hour to an hour once a week on Wednesdays at 10 a.m. So make sure you subscribe if you haven't. It'd be really cool too if you shared this out on social media, because anybody who's like, coaches never give away free information. Well, I'm doing it. And it's not just in the pre-edited videos that I have Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Wednesdays at 10 a.m. I tend to go live. Okay, so let me give you some more of the news that I wanted to give you. So the first piece of news was that TikTok is slowly rolling out the ability to go up to 5 minutes with your videos on TikTok. So that's exciting. I don't know. I have to check to see if we got the notification for it yet. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill, my 7-figure success client, went to over 770,000 fans or followers on TikTok. I believe it was last night. She says, I've been out of the loop. Thought I better get caught up again. Yes, you better, girl. There's so much newness. All right. So Instagram, you may or may not have noticed this. This has been going on with Reels for a while, and it's slowly being phased in for other things on Instagram as well. Ads are becoming non-skippable. So that may be annoying to you on the front end, but on the back end, if you qualify to get paid out, like Joe's is getting paid out on, say, TikTok, if you get qualified to get ad revenue, you'll be happy, because non-skippable ads do mean that your payday just went up. Now, I have said this a bunch of, here's another piece of news. It has to do with the swipe up feature. So the swipe up feature was something that was used in stories only, right? So you might have seen it if you were looking at anybody's stories, an influencer or business, for more information or to get the coupon or whatever, just swipe up. You did need to have 10,000 or more followers on Instagram to be able to unlock this. Again, it was a stories only, benefit. I got to be honest with you. I have spoken to other people, not just Renee Christine, but other people who have 7-figure businesses and above, and who qualifies for the swipe up feature and who used it. They didn't really see a difference, any sort of appreciable difference in terms of conversions between pieces of content that they put in their Instagram story throughout the day that used the swipe up feature versus didn't. So now when I get to this piece of news having to do with it, you might not be surprised to hear that they are doing away with the swipe up feature. They are retiring it. And they're adding access to the link sticker instead. So, that kind of does the job that the swipe up feature did, but someone would have to tap or click on the sticker to be able to, I don't know, go to a YouTube video or go to an email opt-in page or go to a sales page. If you're a coach or a course creator and, it's cart open, cart close, 5-day period for you, somewhere in there, you might go, okay, like you used to say, swipe up to get to it. Now that feature's either been retired or they're rolling out retiring it by you if you had it. But now they have the link sticker. The thing is, it is called the link sticker. The thing is, right now, it's still limited to the people who would have qualified for the swipe up feature. They may be rolling that out to others after they're done rolling it out to everybody. It's not being beta tested. It's being rolled out to everyone who has 10,000 followers on Instagram and up. So that's pretty cool. But like, if you're like, oh, I don't have 10,000 people on Instagram yet, followers on Instagram yet. Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill doesn't, for example, right? I'm the shoemaker who has no shoes, but I'm helping them all the time, right? So here's the thing. How many people do they even have live? And I'm going to make a very important point to you. Number one, I do think that link sticker feature is eventually going to be for everybody, but how many people? So we're at almost 6,000 followers on Instagram. Do you think we're crying that we never got the swipe up feature? Well, especially after I've heard from several sources that you really weren't converting any better, whether you had that swipe up feature or you just let somebody know about something and they went there. Not really. And so neither should you, but also be of good cheer, because even though Joe's isn't quite at 6,000 followers on Instagram yet, through the DMs or direct messages on Instagram, it's an average, but we make about an average of about $1,000 a week just off the Instagram DMs alone. It's a lot of cake orders, pint and quart orders, and stuff like that. But we get them. And now that we're going into fall and winter, we more actively take food orders through there too. Yeah, people can order from us on Grubhub, and they do. We make thousands a day just off that now. People can order directly through our website as well, and we can make $1,000 to $2,000 a day from that. But there are just some people that, especially Instagram, the corporate culture has been for some time to shop directly in app. So, so the message is you can make a lot of money, whether you're a coach or a course creator or you sell products or anything else. You can make a lot of money in the messages. The corporate culture on Instagram supports that. TikTok, I have at least, not including Joe's, I don't want to include them, I have at least 6-7 students who do make sales throughout the week in the messages on TikTok. Now, sometimes they say, I don't want to do too much in TikTok's messages for whatever the reason. They'll finish up the sales in the Instagram DMs, or they will just say, go to my website at this page, and they'll do it, and boom, they get the order, and then they confirm it in the messages. There's different ways to do it. I think over time, TikTok's going to start to mimic Instagram in terms of it being more and more like acceptable to be more like buy my stuff. On Instagram, you can do that all day. I just say don't have your feed be a parade of product photos and the tsunami of sales announcements. I'm not saying you can't do business that way. Of course you can. But any student of mine who's taken any of my courses knows that when they're doing about roughly twice as much relationship-based content marketing on Instagram, and then plenty of sales announcements and product spotlight photos, or if cart's open on your coaching thing, you do that, you will get more sales that way. You really will, because people buy from other people and or businesses that they know, like, and trust. And now, according to Google itself, 73% of all sales are being done online. People are not, for whatever the reason, interested in going to brick and mortars either at all or very much. So for most of my clientele, that's good news for you. People want to shop more, and they do tend to shop social more. So one other piece of news, I actually have a few pieces of news to continue to break here. TikTok has been testing with a lot of its influencers links in their videos. So what does that mean? So like in a TikTok video, if say we were Joe's Dairy Bar and Grill and we were selling our merch like people want us to, and if we were part of this beta test program, because they're beta testing it right now on TikTok, if somebody saw one of our t-shirts in a video on TikTok, there would be like this grayed out little bar in vicinity there. I think you would place it like you would place text overlay, right? And you would place it, and then you would put a link to that kind of sticker or overlay, and it would say, shop the look or something like that. And then so they will tap it. It will open up, say, a Spreadshirt or a Teespring shop page so that someone could buy an app. TikTok doesn't love people going off apps. So right now, the beta test is like, how can they complete that purchase, but otherwise stay in app when they're done? So that's being very actively beta tested. They do beta tested with many creators who are influencers and are part of that beta test program. So that's good news anyway if you're a products-based business. And it's good news too, no matter what your business model, because that signals that TikTok knows that as they are getting bigger, they're approaching like 1 billion, users, and that 52% of those users are already Gen Y or millennial on up. So there's less kids using the app now than there were like a year or two ago. They know they're at their tipping point. They know that people have disposable income. They want to make more money. They want to keep people on the app creating and consuming longer to serve up more ads. So now the corporate culture on TikTok, I think it will be slow and steady, will change so that it starts to mimic Instagram more. So this is just a big first step. That's really great if you're a products-based business, but I think it's also great for everyone else too. Hey, Tiffany, what's going on? What's going on? Okay, so you don't get TikTok? Autumn, are you still here? Whoops, that wasn't what I was meaning to write. Hey, Tiffany. So you don't get TikTok? Okay, so I understand that, and I'm going to explain that. Autumn, are you still here? Can you put like a yes or a no? And in the meantime, Personal Space Creations or Bridget says, so TikTok and YouTube are our next steps, but I can only focus on one at a time. Both are great for a niche. So which one first? That's a hard one. That's a poison pill. That's rough. See, YouTube, you can put out a YouTube video a week, and that's enough consistency to make the algorithm over time warm up to you. How about this, Bridget? How about you create, because I know that for one of your two business models, it's a little bit younger and they like Twitter so much. Ugh, Twitter. So, and Autumn, I'm going to get to you in a second because I see that you're here. So what I'm going to say is this. Do TikTok because you can blow up super hard and fast on TikTok. Take that short form content that's in the camera roll on your phone and then use it to create a YouTube short. Then you can kind of work both, right? So YouTube Shorts is YouTube's answer to TikTok and Instagram Reels. YouTube doesn't want to become stodgy and stale and suffer MySpace disease. So that's a good hedge. And what I like about YouTube Shorts is YouTube and Google are sister companies that are owned by an umbrella company called Alphabet. Anybody that says that Google owns YouTube, that's like 7-8 years old. That's not technically true. Alphabet owns them both for legal compliance and tax reasons. Anyway, the whole bottom line is Google and YouTube love each other, obviously, because they're sister companies. Your YouTube Shorts will get you a disproportionately high rank on an SERP or SERP page, search engine results page on Google. Do both, but lean harder into TikTok. What you learn for TikTok will be broadly applicable to YouTube Shorts. And then later you can get into longer YouTube videos about once a week. Does that make sense? Can you just do a channel of just shorts? Yes, and that would be my advice. But make sure that you claim your shop name or your business name for YouTube. And then you can use the shop name and just add shorts on the end or something to just differentiate between the two. But grab both of those up to protect your brand integrity. Okay, so Autumn, she goes, it just doesn't appeal to me, so I haven't gone down that rabbit hole yet. And that's totally fair, Autumn. So this is what I'm going to say. I'm over 50 years old. One of my students, Julie Tennant, she's so funny. Julie was like, okay, this was like last summer when I was like, oh my God, Instagram Reels and TikTok. And anybody who did, their businesses took off. They did one, they did both, their businesses took off. Huge. So Julie was like, I get what you're saying intellectually. And so I downloaded the TikTok app when I wouldn't have done it normally. And here's the thing, I hung out on TikTok for a little bit, and this was pretty much a quote from her. She said, I felt like an old person standing out on my front lawn yelling at all these kids to shut up. And I said, I know that. I get that. But a couple things. Number one, if you're seeing videos on TikTok that totally don't appeal to you, they're too vulgar, they're just not your flavor of, ice cream. You can press on that video while it's playing and you long hold on it, meaning you don't pull your finger up right away. You press and very quickly you're going to get a couple of options, one of which is, I don't want to see videos like this anymore. And you are training the algorithm to only show you videos. It'll remove that type of video, things that tend to fall within those parameters out. And the more you press and long hold on stuff, the more you will only over time, and it's pretty quick, you will only over time tend to see things that are more applicable to you. So that's one thing. You don't have to see all the kid junkish stuff that's on there, because that's what 48% of the users are, is their kids. But you can, within a matter of days, just get a lot of that stuff gone. So you don't have to see it. So that's one thing to keep in mind just as a user, personal or business-wise, okay? But here's a bigger thing, Autumn. No matter what your niche is, no matter who your ideal customer is, they are increasingly likely to go on to TikTok. That is very quickly becoming of a size of Instagram. And since I just told you, 52% of the users of that app are Gen Y and above, you're not necessarily selling to kids. You're selling to upwardly mobile adults. They're the ones that have the money and painting with a broad brush stroke. Admittedly, it's Gen Y and Gen X. Guess who the biggest users of the adults are on that app? So your niche is there already, and it's only increasingly so. So if you're not on TikTok, a couple bad things happen. Number one, anybody who does know about your business, who looks you up and sees that you're not on TikTok, you already feel like Betamax, and we've gone beyond DVD and Blu-ray already. You don't want that. That kind of puts the stank on your business when somebody is millennial or a bit older. Your millennial and young at heart Gen Xers are going to penalize you for not having a presence on there. But also you miss the disproportionately huge, wild, wild west ability to get huge attention on your business. If you were ever like, man, I wish I knew what Instagram was going to be about a decade ago, I would have paid attention to it, or I would have paid more attention to it. And I feel like it's tougher to get traction on Instagram. If you know what you're doing, you can totally get traction on Instagram, but it is not as fall down, simple, stupid, comparatively speaking, as it is on TikTok. Now, that's going to sunset after another year or two, especially with the number of adults now that come careening onto there. So your trouble is, now is the best time to take TikTok seriously and to double down on it. You're not on your business account. You're not there for personal reasons anyway. This doesn't have anything to do with you and what you like. It has everything to do with what your niche likes. If you're not where their attention is, you are missing out on getting their attention to even get them to come into your sales funnel in the first place. Does this make sense? You guys let me know live and on the replay. Am I making sense? So Autumn says she's multitasking, pouring wax, but still listening. Amy Lindblade says, helpful info today. I also wondered about using raw footage on more than one site. Yeah, absolutely. I also wondered about where to start first, YouTube or TikTok. The shorts is the answer I needed, so I can do both. Yes, you can do both. And without melting everybody down, you can do all three platforms if you wanted to. Remember, none of these videos are more than a minute to, like, shorts, you can't go past a minute. TikTok, you can't, Shorts, you can't go past a minute. Instagram Reels, you can't go past a minute. TikTok, you can now go to 3 minutes. Pretty much everyone should have that feature unlocked. Again, make sure your app is updated, and you should see the confirmation in your messages box that you can go to 3 minutes. But now they're already starting to roll out 5 minutes. But all I'm saying is, if you did a video of up to a minute, raw and in your camera roll, you could put it on Instagram Reels, then you could upload it and put it on TikTok, and then you can upload it and put it on Shorts. You could get the holy trinity, 3 birds for 1 stone, and right now it is still the Wild West. So if you're like, oh, my Instagram, I just have a hard time moving it, you put out a reel a day, boom. TikTok, you get on there, you put out a video a day, boom. YouTube Shorts, you really should be like, boom, and it will help you in a Google search. Here's the deal. It's not just enough to spray and pray, though. You do have to understand your ideal customer enough to know what keywords and or hashtags that they're searching on. So hold on. Hi, Fran. What's going on? Hi at Fran Benson. Good to see you. Hi at Carol. Oops. I didn't put the ats on. Hi at Carol Lou. I'm glad it makes sense to you. Hi at Autumn. And well, I already greeted you, Miss Autumn. I think I did. Autumn says, dang, I think they are the TikTok generation. Yeah, if you're not selling to Gen Z, you still need to be on there. And most of you are selling to Gen Y/millennials and above. They're the ones that have the money. They're the ones that have the money. And baby boomers are increasingly playing with TikTok too. 2020/the pandemic kind of threw that into the microwave with the baby boomer generation. You would have had just the teeniest % of them on there maybe, but you have a healthier dose of them on there harder and faster, because how many families were sheltering in place and the kids or the grandkids were playing with stuff, and grandma and grandpa went, what? Or mom and dad went, what? And then they were bored and they played with it. And it's a lot of instant gratification, because until more recently, even on TikTok, you couldn't go past a minute. You couldn't go past a minute. So this is not a long time to create a minute's worth of footage and then hit the 3 marks. Yes, you know, editing an app and adding sound effects and music will take a couple of minutes a piece. But seriously, in the time that it would take you to do a longer YouTube video, you could be knocking out quite a bit of platform and getting a lot of disproportionately high algorithmic boost, or some of my students know I refer to this as algorithmic compulsion. You're compelling the platform to do your bidding because the content that you're creating and how you're optimizing it can help the algorithm to do what it needs to do to satisfy the demand of the AI or the artificial intelligence, which is keep people on the platform longer. Okay, keep the platform relevant, and also so it doesn't suffer MySpace disease. And also we need to serve up more ads to pay our bills. The longer people are on the platform, the better. So if your audience is millennial on up, they spend approximately 52 minutes a day on TikTok alone, and then about an hour on Instagram. Yes, that includes their Reels consumption alone. So pretty much any student of mine needs to be on TikTok. If you can't be everywhere all the time, like I just said, do an Instagram Reel. That's your Instagram content for the day. You're done. Do a TikTok. You've covered TikTok for the day. You're done. Use the same video for YouTube. You can have a YouTube channel that's shorts only. You're done. And over time, you will gain channel authority on YouTube as long as your keywords that you're putting in your titles and in your captions on YouTube are like, the 1-2 things that mean the most, or at least roughly in the same neighborhood is the 1-2 things that are the most important for your niche that they would be searching for on YouTube, you will slowly but surely gain channel authority in a holistic way on your YouTube Shorts channel. And that will make your ranking for the related pieces of individual Shorts content that you put out more powerful. Will give you more bang for your buck with your subscribers. And then they will put it on someone's homepage or suggested page. They will suggest it out with related Shorts videos that they see. They are still tending to cluster these things more with Shorts than with bigger, longer videos. But when you go on to like YouTube, especially when you do it from your cell phone, there's a short shelf. So they're suggesting out Shorts on YouTube. So you can take the same minute-long piece of content or less, boom, 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 3 platforms. Anyone can do it. Anyone can. Amy says, I still don't get Reels. I don't know how to comment on them. I don't know why they disappear. I do understand that they're helpful from one of your previous videos. Hey, Graylin, what's up? It's been a minute. Hi. What's up? Okay, when you're talking about content that disappears, Amy, what you're likely referring to are Instagram stories. Those are different. Those are different. The only disappearing content on Instagram, because Instagram, you have your feed posts, you have your IGTV videos. Those are like longer videos than Reels. They can go on for several minutes. That's Instagram's answer and their long-term fight with YouTube. They know it's a long play with IGTV. But there's feed posts. Those don't disappear. There's IGTV videos. Those don't disappear. There's Instagram Reels. Those don't disappear. When you go live, if you don't save your live as an IGTV video, the live will disappear. But I know that's not what you're referring to. With Instagram stories, that's when, let me go into the app. I'm in dark mode there, so you might be able to see it. When you're on your home screen, right? It's that top shelf of content that if you tap on a bubble, you can start to view people's stories and you can tap through. Those things disappear. If you don't want those things to disappear, you can take a screenshot and save it to your camera roll. You can also save it as a highlight before it disappears, but that's the only disappearing content on Instagram. So that's what you're talking about when you say it disappears. A Reel doesn't. So where do Reels live? Let's go into, so if you go into like your profile, you've got your icon, you've got your stats up here, right? You've got your business name, and then you've got your bio, right? Oh, they changed that while I wasn't looking. Okay, I have to talk to them about that. But then you have the highlights. If you save any of your Instagram story content, you can put it in highlights. Right under the highlights, but above the feed, you have some like little images, right? So you have the grid image. That'll take somebody back to your feed if they pick something else. If you have IGTV videos, they're here, or Reels rather. Reels are next. Then IGTV videos. And then if anybody has mentioned you, people, businesses, other Instagrammers, that content's found there. And then you would tap on the little grid, those 9 little squares, and it'll take you back to the feed. Does that make sense, Amy? Because I'm thinking you're talking about Instagram stories. Instagram stories are fun to do too. 85% of Instagram users still go through about 85% of their Instagram stories and say that feature is still important to them. Autumn and Company says, do they have to be cleaned up and pretty to be effective, or can they just be raw, messy posts with a consistent theme? The latter, Autumn and Company. So that's really good news to you. In fact, and I have said this before, but not here right now, what happens is right now, super well-produced videos in TikTok, we're going back to TikTok now, they don't tend to perform as well. The feel and the corporate culture currently on TikTok, because it's still kind of the wild, wild west, is that this is more in the moment stuff that you are shooting. Then yeah, you'll put some sound effects to an app, and you might put like stickers or like a filter or a special effect on, but those are like goofy and fun and kind of raw too, a lot of them. No, you should not be putting big production value into whatever it is that you're shooting on the camera roll of your phone that you're going to upload and do in Reels, and then upload and prettify in TikTok, and then upload and prettify in YouTube Shorts. If this sounds like it's a lot of learning curve, honestly, it's not, because once you master one, they're kind of all cheap knockoffs of each other. So you wouldn't really, it wouldn't really take you that much longer to kind of get the feel on the next two once you've learned the one. And YouTube has plenty of click-by-click, step-by-step tutorials to show you how to create a TikTok, how to create a YouTube short, how to create an Instagram reel. It is not hard. You don't, very easy to do. I'm over 50 and I'm not a techie person, and I'm telling you that. Amy says, I was talking about Instagram stories. I had no idea that grid option was there. Thank you so much for the explanation. My pleasure. That's why I'm glad I do these. Ornament Company says, perfect. I always take videos of my feet by accident. That's okay. So you guys have any other questions about what I call globally short form video content? TikToks, Instagram Reels, and YouTube Shorts? Please put them in there. How are we doing on time? I want to get to the other announcements that I had to do. If you have tried to share something out on Instagram, this may or may not have been rolled out to you yet, depending upon where you live in the States or where you live in the world. Instagram has changed up the way people can share content. Instead of using the share button at the bottom of a post, they made it a little bit weirder, and I don't really know why. You have to save the post first. After saving the post, you can go to your stories, but you have to be in create mode in that Instagram Lite Creator Studio. And then you have to press the smiley icon or swipe up to get the reshare button option. From there, you have to select the post, and then which slide of the post that you shared. So if you shared a carousel, what slide in the carousel? You get up to 10 slides in the carousel to share. But if it's just a one image thing, then that's easy. And then you can post it to your story. I don't know. They haven't rolled it out widely. They may be beta testing it. My feeling is they want people to use the save mode more. Because if they can't get people to use the save mode, they may end up taking it away. I do know that algorithmically speaking on Instagram, the Instagram algorithm does like as many data points of engagement as possible. So if people heart or like a post, depending upon where you are in the world, people on the outside only see the heart feature. They don't see the count anymore. In some places in the world, they still may. It doesn't really matter. You still get to see in your analytics, if you do the business account on Instagram, you get to see how many hearts each piece of content ultimately got. It's still relevant to you because that shows you how much your audience cared to even give you that basic engagement. I care less about the world, the outside world seeing that. To me, I don't care about that, but I'm glad I still get that information. That's a data point that the algorithm surfaces. So if you get 100 hearts, whether other people can see that you did or not, the algorithm goes, that's 100 data points. Every time somebody shares or @mentions in connection with you or that piece of content, those are data points. Every time somebody gives you a DM on Instagram, that's a data point. Every time they share or save, those are data points. Every time they comment, obviously, those are data points. The more data points each piece of content gets and your account globally gets, that affects what's called your Instagram health score or trust score. Those terms are used interchangeably. That Instagram's AI sees and you don't, but it is still acknowledged to exist. But of course, your analytics give you a good feel for where that trust score is or where that health score is. Obviously, the more followers who are engaged with your content, the more they're going to see your content show up in their feed. This does include Reels, okay? But also your stuff can get suggested out on the Explore page, but you have to use hashtags and keywords to help optimize each piece of content. That includes Instagram Reels. Instagram Reels right now is going to give you the most growth for Instagram. Why? Because Instagram wants to be competitive with TikTok. So it is going to do everything it can to stay relevant, or it loses to TikTok and it could go the way of MySpace or the way of Vine or the way of other social media platforms like Vidler did with YouTube. And if you're like, Vidler, what? That was around for all of like 2 years and it's gone. If you, your kids, or your grandkids are gamers, it's like Mixer. It got bought by Facebook, but it's otherwise gone. Facebook is now trying to get into gaming. Whatever. But there's Twitch and there's YouTube for gamers now, and more gamers are going over to YouTube. But now I digress. Does anybody have any other questions? Let me see if I have any other important news to mention while I'm waiting. The only other thing that I will mention, but this is something that I will go more in depth with, certainly first with my Social Talk Shortcut students. So if you're already in Social Talk Shortcut, over the next week, the remastered videos are going to come in. All the pre-existing videos are going to be swept into a bonus. I'm not going to delete those because there were comments and questions and all of those things when I did the live streams and I put the replays in there. There's hours and hours of content already in there. If you're going to buy Social Talk Shortcut and you're not in there yet, you'll still have all the content that's in there in the course now. It'll be swept into a bonus and all the remasters will be put in. I'll probably do it in one module at a time just so that it makes sense to the people who are already in there. Social Talk Shortcut for the last time will be for $397. By the time I add in everything else that's going to go in there over the course of the next year, when I relaunch it again, probably in 2022, I can't believe I'm already thinking about 2022, it's going to be $997. The end. There's already a ton of PDFs and a ton of content in there. So if you're on my email list, you will get an invitation to join tomorrow. If you're already a student of mine in other groups, check the Facebook groups as we get closer to tonight, because I'll let you guys have some early access to the course if you'd like. But again, if you already bought it when it was initially launched, you're already in. Don't worry about it. All right. So the only other thing I will mention really quickly, and if there's no other questions or anything, I'll wrap up. If you're watching on the replay, don't be shy. You can put questions in the comments section under the replay video that's going to show up in place this live, of course. Instagram stories, we talked about that when I was talking to Amy Lindblade about what disappears. TikTok is bringing out TikTok stories. That's in beta test feature right now. They do plan on rolling that out. It will be shown on the left side of the TikTok viewing screen. There will be bubbles. So it kind of looks like, excuse me, I get dry after a while. Not sick. For the love of all that's good and holy, I'm not sick. All right, so on Instagram, you would see the bubbles for Instagram stories up top. For TikTok, it would be on the left side. So you would have your videos on TikTok you're normally used to seeing, but you'll see there'll be like a left side strip. Oops. That will have the bubbles for TikTok stories. TikTok stories will still be videos. They will. So I'm going to talk about that first with my TikTok students, my Social Talk students only. I might refer to it more generally on this channel, but I definitely have a marketing plan for that, which will become even more concrete, more fine-grained once I actually get the feature to play with myself. Autumn and Company says, you have content suggestions for TikTok somewhere to get me started? I do. On my YouTube channel, there is a video There's a video called Content Marketing for Business Conversions. I like that. There was another video I did a little while back, probably the Instagram content marketing strategy for 2021, but it's still going to help you with topics that you can come up with for TikTok. So, you know what I'll do? Let me see. Can I grab, while you guys are here, let me see. Let me grab the links. If I'm not mistaken, these are, I know I have videos here on this channel that talk about like 7 days a week, because I do think you need to put up daily. Try this video and try this video. So I'm going to drop 2 links in there. I think my comments now stay. I did see an update when I went live this time that allowed me to check a box so that this way the comments can remain. So let's hope that feature works. So let's see. Where's my other video that I mentioned? Content marketing strategy. What the heck? There's 2 videos that are more recent. And you'll want to take a look at a video that I did that said how to grow to 700,000 followers on TikTok. Because that gives you a lot of ideas about how to run your TikTok. Here it is. So that it can grow. And that you're not just spraying and praying with content, because I think we can all agree we're busy adults. There we go. We're busy adults. So I would never recommend that you engage in content marketing that's just going to put stuff on your to-do list that isn't going to yield you the conversions that you need. So the 3 macro conversions you need is more followers or subscribers, whatever the platform parlance is, more email opt-ins, and more sales. If someone isn't willing to follow you, odds are they're probably not willing to get into your email opt-in list. If they don't want to get into your email opt-in list, they weren't going to buy from you anyway. They get into your email opt-in list through your email marketing plus your social content marketing, both separate and parallel, but still working. You stay top of mind with the social media marketing that you continue to do, that they continue to see. But if they raise their hands and want to get onto your email list, they're going to turn in that coupon or get that freebie and decide to buy from you later as a coach or a course creator or whatever. That's what's going to happen. Most people will not just, I see something and buy. Some definitely will. Most won't. They need to be wooed. It's like you're sitting down with somebody at a first date and asking them to marry you. Some will. 9 out of 10 of them won't. So I'm not guaranteeing you that you won't get sales if you don't do organic content marketing or you just spray and pray. Here's my products. Here's my services. I'm having a sale. How come nobody's following me? Or how come my followers won't buy from me? They probably just feel that all you're doing is using your accounts as a bulletin board about your stuff. And some of them will be very analytical and go, okay, I'll buy. Most won't. They need to get in a relationship with you and get to know you better. The content marketing strategies that are discussed, if not in one, both of those videos that I just shared the links for, they're going to give you themes for each day of the week. If you don't publish an Instagram reel and a TikTok on the daily, and then a YouTube short, if you're game to do that daily, you don't have to do 4, 8 a day. Some influencers are like, do 4 to 8 a day, do 1 to 3 a day. I would say 1 a day. Is all you need. And if you're repurposing raw from your camera roll, you're fine, right? You're not likely going to get in trouble. You're not going to get content strikes, and it's not going to take you very long because they all the editors are very similar. They're very similar to each other. But if you do content daily and you have a theme for each day of the week, it makes it easier. So even as a products-based business, you can do this all day long. Coach, course creator, same thing. All right, so I think we're at a good place, guys. I went way over an hour. I'm always happy to over deliver. Again, Social Talk Shortcut will be relaunched for the last time at $397. It goes to $997 after this. If you are in any of my paid student groups, you will definitely get that invitation first before tonight's out. Everybody else on my email list, there's thousands of those people, you will get the invitation next through the email list. If for any reason you are like, I do not think I'm on the email list and I want to get Social Talk Shortcut so that I am very strategic about my TikTok marketing. I don't want to take this on and I'm not sure that I'm not optimizing it properly. I'm not publishing it at the right times. I'm not doing the right, content script to get people to take action, which is not always buy. Most of the time on TikTok, you're not going to go right in for the buy. The corporate culture isn't there yet. I told you with what they're testing, it's going there, but it's not there yet. But you can still get plenty of sales in the messages anyway. I show you how in that course. I teach you how in Social Talk Shortcut, how to take each piece of content and treat it like its own sales funnel that will get you sales. But for a lot of people, remember, they have to follow you first. So how can you get those follows? And then sometimes, how are you getting them on the email list? And then sometimes, maybe directly, maybe indirectly, very tastefully, how do you get the sale? Because you know what? We're all busy adults and we don't have time to play on TikTok. We need to score the conversions that we need for our business to succeed on TikTok. So if for any reason you're like, I don't think I'm on your email list and I know I haven't bought anything from you yet, you can message me on Facebook. Use the Messenger app on Facebook, Stacey with an EY, STORINO. And I'll talk to you guys later. Happy Wednesday. Bye.